Greg.
Hey, Brian.
One more time for old time's sake?
Sure.
Oh, yeah! Damn it! I laughed.
I'm D-Chats!
I'm Brian!
I'm Greg!
I'm D-Chats!
Thank you guys for being the internet.
Thank you guys for being here.
We're D-Chats. I'm Greg.
I'm Brian.
We're gonna do a review.
Yep.
You go first.
Okay.
What were you listening to today?
I was listening to Parliament Funkadelic,
Nice.
Mothership Connection.
Nice.
Nothing can beat this album. It's so goddamn funky. I'm gonna have to put my handcuffs on your mama.
She's
you?
under arrest.
What were you listening
Brian
to?
put the link to one of those songs on the Facebook. If you want to know what he said about the song, go on Facebook, D-minus, one word, space, chats, not with a Z, with an S. And then you look us up, you click, it says D-minus chats, you click like, all of a sudden you're going to get $200 free in your mailbox. It's just the easiest that. And you will notice that if you do like us on Facebook, then you will know he said some shit about your mama. And I was posting much about one Maudlin of the Well on Facebook and Twitter. Maudlin of the Well. Maudlin of the Well is an avant-garde metal band from Boston. When you say the term avant-garde metal, some tricky things come up. Because as I've talked to you about the term avant-garde metal and how since it's become a genre and a scene, it's not avant-garde anymore. That's tricky. But I mean, Maudlin of the Well, when they came out in the 90s, they were actually doing really, really inventive shit. And they were doing things no one's done before. They incorporated a lot of doom and gothic metal and death metal, but in tandem with a lot of classical composition, with a lot of jazz chords, with a lot of blues licks, and they just took poetry from all over the goddamn place. It's a truly inventive and interesting act. I was listening to the album Leaving Your Body Map, and the reason that I bring these guys up is because I fucking saw those bitches. They were playing they were playing a one-off show for the first time in 14 years, and they're never gonna play again. I saw that shit. Like us on Facebook to find out more details, and follow us on Twitter. We're reviewing an album today.
We are.
Rae Jepsen.
Mm-hmm.
Emotion. Rae Jepsen is a female of, I don't even know where she's from.
Canada. And she's based out of Vancouver, where she started. She's not from there originally, but still.
She won Canadian Idol, 3rd place, I think. And that's how I don't know, Wikipedia told me that. And she has released 3 albums. The first one I don't know anything about. The second one spawned the single Call Me, maybe. And it's crazy. Maybe. And she just came out with an album called Emotion. And that has spawned a few singles as well, notably I Really Like You.
Yeah.
And what'd you think of it?
Well, I remember hearing the song I Really Like You when it came out. I believe that was the first single, right?
That's the first single.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. I hate this. I fucking hate this. I hate this so much. And then we were trying to decide which album to review. Rae Jepsen came up with Emotion, because it came out not today, last week, I'm sorry.
It's 21st.
And you know what? The album is great.
Hell yeah.
It's a damn good album. And the reason I don't like I Really Like You, go check it out if you want, but I think the hook is terribly annoying, and it's rather elementary, but whatever.
Ooh. Ready to do this? Finger up. Time to spin.
Oh yeah, go
crazy.
Woo! Yeah, your Aunt Susan does this when she turned 50. She was spinning her fingers. She was going crazy. Yo, she got shit-faced. Yo, seriously,
Aunt Sue.
she went
My
nuts.
Aunt Sue.
So, but I didn't like I Really Like You. It was a top 15 hit up in Canada. In the US, it peaked at number 39. It wasn't much of a hit. But the new one is Run Away With Me. And it's a good song. But this whole album is great. What'd you think of the album?
Alright, so when we picked this album, I was like, well, Brian doesn't like I Really Like You. Brian doesn't like Call Me Maybe. I quite enjoy Call Me Maybe, quite a bit. I haven't listened to I Really Like You. I feel like this is going to be interesting. I ended up thinking I Really Like You was good. The album is awesome. It's so good. And if we hinted we were going to review this album, because when we listened to it, I posted a thing where someone called Carly Rae Jepsen Vaporwave. Someone did that. Someone called Carly Rae Jepsen Vaporwave. It's not Vaporwave. All right.
It's not Vaporwave.
It's not Vaporwave. It's not like Evian water. The Vaporwave water. It's an awesome album. I think it's great. I think it's really, really good. It's so catchy. It's really innocent, and it's really sugary, and it's fucking poppy.
Yeah.
It's so goddamn poppy.
Hey, hats off to the Bull. Hats off to the production team. Really, all the producers that worked and collaborated on this record. Oh my god. And listen, we've been commenting on the pop scene this year. What an exciting time. I mean...
I love my pop.
Yeah, this album...
Pop.
How do you describe the sound of it? I mean, sure, you want to have like a... You want to... Dance pop?
That's what comes to mind, dance pop.
Yeah, I'm
like
thinking... Yeah, I'm thinking like a little bit of a retro synth pop as well.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think more like retro dance pop. Personally, I mean...
Okay, sure.
You think synth pop? Like, what?
Tiny bit.
Okay.
I mean, very tiny bit.
Depeche Mode here.
You know what? Retro dance pop, I think, kind of presents itself a little bit more, to be honest with you.
I'm picky.
Like, there's a song called All That, I thought was kind of... the bass pop was a little bit...
It was a little bit. They probably should have mixed the bass a little nicer on a few of those songs, particularly All That. Yeah, no, this album is if you like your pop like dancey, like if you do enjoy Kylie Minogue particularly, and you're like, you know, I want something where the lyrics are completely vapid and it sounds like there's a young girl singing at me. I mean, like, why wouldn't you? Why wait? Why not? And this is an awesome album, and man, it's like, it's so catchy. There's some like awesome hooks, and the thing that sells me about this album more than anything else, more than the hooks, more than the production, you know, the timbres of the synths. The synth timbres on this album are so texturally exciting.
Nailed it, really.
Like nailing me texturally. Mm-hmm. Nail me texturally.
Particularly on songs like, well, Run Away With Me.
Yeah.
I that was my favorite one. It sounded like a synthed out bagpipe. It was
synthed
crazy.
Out bagpipe. Synthed out bag of pipes.
It's just like Grandma used to make.
The song Emotion, also the title track.
Same.
The timbres on that song are so good.
Yeah.
So good. Really inventive, really creative. That's what's cool about it, is they're awesome, really catchy dance tunes, and at the same time, they're really using synths in an exciting way.
Yeah.
In an exciting way.
Tons of melodic hooks on this record, in songs like Let's Get Lost and Your Type and Making the Most of the Night, which was awesome. Which one had, Boy Problems. I am happy to say that I love a song called Boy Problems.
I'm also enjoying the fact that I can say that. It's such a good song.
It really is.
There's some really good songs on this album, yeah. No, I'm particularly fond of this. Mm-hmm. Or some standout tracks for you?
Well, the ones that I had mentioned, and also I can't forget When I Needed You, the closer.
Oh my god, so good.
Great song. But you know what? It all just boils down to the textures of the songs, and it comes through in the production and the use of synth in this sort of electro pop, dance pop sort of thing, and a lot of sounds that were reminiscent of older R&B, like the classic song "Forget Me Not." Forget Me Not. There's one song that reminded me of that. The last track, "When I Needed You," reminded me of the band Roxette. I mean, there's one song that was like a 90s R&B sort of feel, or like a little bit of like throwback Whitney Houston sound of the song.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. I mean, some of my standouts were, aforementioned, "Boy Problems." I love. When I Needed You, and Run Away With Me. Those are my standouts. Those are fucking awesome. They're really awesome tunes.
You said aforementioned, but I thought you said Afro Mansion.
Afro Mansion. If you like Carly Rae Jepsen, check out her new single Afro Mansion.
It's not. No, it's not accurate.
Afro Mansion.
No, that's not what it's called. There's no song that's called Afro Mansion.
The aforementioned. Aforementioned.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, good album.
Yeah, good album.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
And you know what? I will say this because we recently reviewed Kelly Clarkson Piece by Piece, and you know, if you want to take one female pop artist and put it up, against another, the full albums, I didn't see as much of an effort to make the songs special on the Kelly Clarkson album. Really, I mean, the whole effort as a whole was pretty weak. So it's not like we're coming down on pop or anything like that. But a lot of these songs are very special. They all stand out. They're all very melodic and very catchy and unique in their own way to each other, unique to each other. So it was great. It's not something that I really found on like Kelly Clarkson's album, for instance.
I mean, I while I enjoyed the song Heartbeat Song, I like that song, and I like Good Goes the Bye, good song. Past that, I mean, I think we've discussed Kelly Clarkson's. She's not away yet, you know. She did break away already years ago, you know. Carly Rae Jepsen's pretty there. This is her third album, you know, and only her second, like, while she's known, like, well. So I mean, I don't know. I think she's got a lot. I think she's going places.
Yeah.
I think she's an interesting person. I'd be really interested in seeing what she's doing next. I think she's a pretty swell gal.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to hang out with her sometime.
She's a pretty little lady also.
She's a pretty young thing. She's P-U-I-T.
I want to love you.
P-U-I-T.
Okay. No. It's tough to ask this with a pop album, but would you recommend this to anybody?
That was tough. I don't know. I mean, like, what do you think?
Oh God, I would. I mean, not that I'm gonna compare this to Taylor Swift's 1989. I'm not.
A lot of people do.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still not going to.
Okay. That's a lot.
But I think that for a female pop artist right now, this is a very strong album. That if you are a fan of Taylor Swift and what she's doing right now, definitely check this one out, because you will like it. Again, not comparing the two albums. Wouldn't be fair.
I think it's fair. I don't know. I mean, like, yes, I think it's pretty. If you're old, and you like Kylie Minogue, and you don't want to feel old, you want to feel like you want some youth back. I don't know, maybe you're a 35-year-old Asian woman, you want to blow 21-year-olds in parking lots. Listen to Carly Rae Jepsen, you know?
Now,
I'm not saying all 35-year-old Asian women blow like 21-year-olds in parking lots. This is a rare occurrence.
terrible generalization.
It would. It's not true. Just some of them, you know? I'm not saying I know anyone that does that frequently. I don't even know where I'm going with this. Alright, so that's a little bit of a weird thing to say, Greg. You don't want to say that sort of thing on live TV. Fox News is going to be all over this, aren't they?
I'm disappointed.
Bill O'Reilly's going to have my ass, won't he?
He's gonna have it. He's gonna have your ass.
He's gonna be like, I got
in the palm of his happy hands.
Happy ass hands. And
I've got Greg's ass.
I've got it.
I've got it. I've got it. I've got it. I've got your number on the wall.
To Bill Happy Ass Hands O'Reilly in my phone, and then I'll look at my friends and say, no, and show them my phone, and they'll be like, yeah, what's this guy doing? That's what I'd say.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, at my command, I want Greg to say the first thing that comes to his mind, and go.
I really wish that red was a better color. Can I do that to you?
Okay,
Go.
sure. I wish I knew how to spell. I do not know how to do that. Wow.
That was very funny. We're D-minus chats.
We are D-minus chats.
And everything's fine.
I'm fine.
So long, new friends.
My ex-wife had tremendous skin and a chewable voice, and she would lay in bed after sex, and she would say, I'm fine. I'm fine. She had a wet lettuce problem, and I had to divorce her.
I devoured your wife. I devoured her divorce. It's time to go get legal paperwork done. So long, everyone.
Like, comment, subscribe.